If you could even afford a house today, what's it going to cost and how long will you be paying for it? Staff writer Rafael Bernal breaks down the numbers across the U.S.
The median earner in about 20 American states cannot afford the typical house on a 30-year mortgage. Let's break down some real estate numbers. We took median income numbers according to Fred, that's the Federal Reserve Economic Data Tool, and compared those to Zillow's Home Value Index. Now, let's not go under the hood too much. The housing market is dynamic, household income is not fixed, and that's before taking inflation into account. So any numbers here are merely guidelines. Starting with the country, according to Fred and the Census Bureau, the median household earned $74,508 in 2022. We're using 2023 housing numbers. So let's kick up that 2022 income by 5% to account for wages rising. We get $78,309. The typical home price in August of 2023 nationwide was $417,700. So all we need to do now is divide the typical home price by the median yearly earnings, and we get 5.33. That's the number of years the median household needs to pay the typical house. Real estate crisis solved? Well, of course, you're only supposed to spend 28% of your income on a mortgage payment. So it'll take 19 years to pay off the mortgage. Wrong again. We forgot the interest rate. Banks aren't going to give away free money. So at 7% interest after a 20% down payment, that's $83,540 out of pocket. It will take 36.6 years to pay off that mortgage. And banks usually only give up to 30-year mortgages. That's nationwide. If you try this math in the country's biggest cities, the numbers are even worse. In Los Angeles, it'll take the median earner 83 years to pay that mortgage on a typical home. In New York, it's just 71 years. Chicago can rejoice. By our numbers, it's just off that 30-year mark at 31 years to pay off the house. All is not lost. In 30 states, the median earner can pay off their mortgage responsibly in 30 years. In Iowa, 15-year mortgages are almost a reality. The magic number there is 17.5 years. But in Hawaii, it's almost like living in New York. It'll take the median earner almost 60 years to pay for that typical house.